Welcome in, soccer fans, for tonight's matchup between your Savannah Clovers and Gold Star Detroit. Right here on 11 Sports for NISA Match of the Week. Hello, I'm Kyle Lawson. Joined along me today is Mike Blanton. Mike, welcome in.
Great to be here, Kyle.
Yeah, this should be an exciting match. The Clovers, of course, played their inaugural match last week, drawing 1-1 with Michigan Stars. Tonight we'll be taking on another Detroit-based team, Gold Star Detroit. And they are also an expansion team, and this should be a really good matchup, Mike. And tell me, what do you think are going to be some of the keys for tonight's match?
I think some of the keys to tonight's match are going to be some very good defense is going to have to be played, expecting another great game out of the goalkeeper, Jack Pondy, and a lot of play out of the wings.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a little bit chillier, a good 25 degrees cooler than it was last week. I mean, that was absolutely perfect weather. You got the chance to actually see it from a fan perspective. You're actually out there. I mean, what was the mood? What was the buzz? You know, how was your experience?
This is a great first game, inaugural game in the stands. It was a packed house. We had over 2,000 people in the stands, and
it was fantastic.
It was just a buzz. Everyone was supporting the team and just having a great time out there.
Yeah, it really was great. And I mean, getting back, you talked about Jack Pondy. He's the 6'5" goalkeeper of the Savannah Clovers, man of the match last week, played an outstanding match last week, really kept the Clovers in the game with some key saves. And I did have a good chance to speak with head coach David Proctor earlier this afternoon, and his keys for the game: attack early, but defense is going to be key. Look for guys like Shandon Wright, and look for guys Captain Shandon Wright, and also Ford Hunt to hold down the back line. And also, we should be able to see some fun things in the midfield with guys like Andy Sanchez and Aaron Martinez kind of rotating in that sort of offensive, attacking midfield role, and maybe being able to drop back and cycle in as needed.
Yes, we are expecting to have a lot of movement in that midfield and forward with a lot of changing of positions. Should make for a very, very exciting attack today.
It really should, and yeah, we're starting to see people trickle in here. It's chilly. Bring a blanket, bring a jacket if you don't already have one, but I don't think that's going to stop soccer fans from showing up here at Memorial. We expect another packed house right here on NISA Match of the Week. We'll be back with the national anthem, leading you right up to kickoff. This has been Savannah Clovers Soccer right here on NISA Match of the Week, streaming live on 11 Sports. We'll be right back. From showing up here at Memorial, we expect another packed house right here on NISA Match of the Week. We'll be back with the national anthem, leading you right up to kickoff. This has been Savannah Clovers Soccer right here on NISA Match of the Week, streaming live on 11 Sports. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Clover fans, live here at Memorial Stadium. It is Savannah Clovers Soccer Match of the Week for NISA right here on 11 Sports. I'm Kyle Lawson. Joined alongside me tonight is Mike Blanton. Mike, good to see you. The crowd's starting to file in. Should be a good one tonight.
Yes, sir, Kyle. Really looking forward to a fun-filled match. A lot of action expected.
Yeah, it should be great, and we're playing another Detroit side, as we mentioned in our pre-match chit-chat. We'll be taking on Gold Star Detroit, another NISA expansion side, as the league continues to grow in the third tier of American soccer. It's a bit of a chilly one tonight, and that may factor we'll see how that factors in to the, just the overall mood of the players, and just, if they can just kind of keep their legs. It'll be a little bit of a help for Detroit, coming from coming from up in Detroit, but then again, they had to travel and we did not, so I feel like we got a little bit of a home advantage.
Yeah, they should do quite well. They played earlier in the week in the Open Cup, but they were able to get some time off.
Yeah.
Getting back to that wind is my experience playing. I agree. It could certainly make things a bit swirly out on the field.
Yeah,
any long ball might have a bit of trouble going long.
It certainly could, depending on your vantage point, whether you're attacking or defending. But this should be a good one. I had a chance to talk with Coach Proctor earlier in the day here, and he mentioned a couple of interesting things. It looks like they're going to go with an attack-minded match formation, probably a 4-3-3, and be able to rotate several players in and out as need be. I would expect an early press, drive up on the wings, create chances, and really make it difficult for Gold Star. And along with that, we only have one player that is unavailable, and that's Andrew Berriman, who received that second yellow. And it looks like we have the starting lineups right here. And here are tonight's starting lineups for your Savannah Clovers. We should have this momentarily, as you got the honor guard from Savannah United, the great local club that the Savannahs now have a working agreement with. In goal tonight, number 1, Jack Pondy. At defense, number 3, Theo Wickman. Number 17, Ford Hunt. Number 6, Mason Moyers. Number 14, Zach Hargreaves. Keep going. Number 11, Adon Tate in midfield. Aaron Martinez, number 8. Midfield, number 7, Alex Arides. Number 9, striker, Joel Bunting. And we're pausing right now for the playing of our national anthem. Looks like the First City supporters are making themselves heard, banging on that drum. If you're in the area, come on out. Tickets are still available. The match will start in the next few minutes here. Local DJ from E93 out here getting the crowd fired up. Looks like the reserves and the subs for Gold Star Detroit starting to make their way out. Get ready for the lineup, the introduction of players, and the handshake and coin toss. So we're a mere 5 minutes from kickoff. And remember to stream all NISA games and all Savannah Clovers games. Go to 11sports.com. Watch all NISA games live for free. And as I mentioned before, this is the NISA match of the week, the only match that's currently going on in NISA.
I believe, Kyle, you had mentioned that there was just some difference in scheduling, so that puts our Savannah Clovers with this match of the week.
Yeah, just the one match of the week right now in NISA. Keep it in mind, there was a lot of big cup games earlier in the week, the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, and that also Savannah Clovers, as I mentioned, and you mentioned a little bit before, Mike, took on the mighty Charleston Battery up at Patriot Point in Charleston, and they held them to a 1-0 score at the half, but, I mean, the experience and age of the Battery took over, and the Clovers went down 4-1, but Andy Sanchez actually scored a fantastic goal in the second half. They never stopped playing, and I think that's the biggest takeaway that Coach Proctor had from the Cup matchup. It was the first time the Clovers, as a professional set, have taken part in the Open Cup. This is a really important cup, and I mean, if you think about it, they played in the second round. You get to the third round, you have a chance with the draw. You could be playing a Major League Soccer side. I mean, that just tells you how important and how quickly this club has grown, as I said last week, from a grassroots to a semi-professional club to a third-tier full-time professional club.
Yeah, right you are, Kyle. When I first moved to the area, the Clovers were just a club team trying to become a professional club.
Yes.
It was a great community, a lot of great action, a lot of great local players joining, and to see how far the Clovers have come to be able to participate and compete within the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it really is, and I mean, there will be a time, as we progress and you define the culture and you see the success that this club can have, because I believe it'll come, and hopefully sooner than later, but it's going to take a little bit of time. There will be days when there'll be advance in cup tournaments. The biggest thing for Coach Proctor was saying, the cup was important, but going out there and being able to take away a point in the draw last week against Michigan Stars was so important for the psyche of the club. And he really believes that this group just simply does not quit. And I think you're going to see a really speedy team out there. As I said, look for them to attack in probably the first 15 minutes, really try to establish the fast tempo, hopefully be able to beat Gold Star Detroit in the counterattack, but he really stressed, I want to see a solid back line. A clean sheet would mean so much, not only for Jack, but for the rest of the lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. There's almost nothing like getting a clean sheet to really put some pizzazz into your team and really set the stage for the next coming games, the next week of training. Being able to get that clean sheet and have great defense for a game really sets the stage for a team.
Yeah, so like I said, I mean, the defenders are going to factor in as much as you're going to see a really probably strong attacking game. You're going to be looking to the guys like Ford Hunt, Captain Shandon Wright, Theo Wickman, who had a fantastic game in the back last week, trying to be able to find those conduits to get it up, get the ball up the field. And also you see a little bit of change in formation. Adon Tate, who's typically a winger, playing in that number 11 position, dropped back and played in sort of a wingback role last week. I mean, you noticed that. Very effective.
Yes.
And what do you think you'd like to see from him up at the wing? I mean, he sees himself as the ultimate creator.
Yeah, absolutely. As a wing player, you especially want to be able to get up into the attack, especially as Coach Proctor was saying. But I also want to see him being able to be a two-way player, because as a winger, you are that link on the outside, but you do have to also put in that defensive work. So I expect a lot of energy out of him today, getting up and down the field. He's going to be sweating.
Yeah, and I think a couple of keys, and I mentioned a little bit before, Aaron Martinez kind of in that attacking midfield role, and he may be able to rotate with Andy Sanchez, the goal scorer, on Tuesday at Charleston Battery. See them kind of rotate between sort of like a fourth forward and sort of an attacking midfielder. See them cycle. And it looks like the players are getting ready to walk out along with the officials for both Gold Star and the Savannah Clovers. The honor guard provided with our youth affiliate, Savannah United. Always good to see them out there. And you can feel the bleachers starting to rattle here. The fans getting ready for another good one here. Jack Pondy leading his troops out there. Captain Shandon Wright in front, number 19.
It's really great seeing them participate with the kids from Savannah United. Such a great, large local club. They make a lot of waves themselves with their club teams, and the kids playing great soccer.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, that's such a good point. And I was so excited because you knew that the idea of the academy for both boys and girls was coming and was going to be affiliated with the Savannah Clovers. And what better really organization and club than the premier team in Savannah, Savannah United. And, I mean, it's great to see all these kids out there. I mean, as we're walking around just right outside the stadium, you've seen everybody file in. It's just fantastic. Being able to see the kids run around. And they're going to play at halftime and run around. I mean, because community is such a big focus for the Clovers.
Yeah, absolutely. It almost brings it back to grassroots soccer. When we all grew up playing as kids, we'd get a little older, get into our high school games, and seeing the kids run out on the field, they bring that sense of community out here with these kids just as well, and it's always so great to see.
Well, club culture community, that is the mission statement and our club motto, and we're sticking to it, let me tell you. So, as you can hear in the background, the great work from one of the best in the business, Jacob Noterman, our PA guy, getting the crowd riled up here, ready to go. The fair play handshake here as we get ready as the fellow captains will be getting ready for the coin toss. Captain Shandon Wright shakes hands with number 19 defender Cameron Schneider, the captain of Gold Star Detroit.
Looks like the Clovers have won the toss.
Yeah, it appears so. They called heads. They got it. Shandon Wright lining up with his teammates to take the team picture they do before every game. Detroit, Gold Star Detroit doing the same thing. Referee Amin Hodson heading into the center circle, ready to blow the whistle. A mere few seconds away. Clovers will defend the north end. Gold Star will spend the first half on the Fieldhouse end. Fans still filing in. Cold's not keeping these Clover supporters away, and it's great to see.
So far, at least the rain's holding off as of right now.
Yeah, there is some rain in the forecast, so bring a poncho if you don't have one already. And bring a blanket, too, because it dropped about 25 degrees overnight. But, hey, we've all played in matches like this. These players are conditioned to play in all kinds of weather. They're pros. It's what they do. Sun's starting to go down here at Savannah. Beautiful, beautiful but chilly night here in Savannah at Memorial Stadium. I want to thank you again for joining us, whether it's live here at Memorial or if you're streaming live on 11 Sports for this NISA Match of the Week.
Welcome to Memorial Stadium. Conditions for kickoff. A tropical 57 degrees.
Temperature announced at 57 degrees. I'm calling a bluff on that when it feels like it's about 45 degrees.
Yeah, that wind will really cut through to the bone.
The wind's starting to whip a little bit, and like you said, that's probably going to affect some long balls. Whether you want to play that game, or maybe they'll slow it down and try to keep it up the wings rather than go with the long ball.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, sorry about that, Kyle.
No.
I would expect. Looks like the wind is at the backs of the Clovers right now. That may help them out with a little bit of long ball, but it should put Detroit under some pressure early on and really play into the coach's game plan here.
That's right, because, you look at the way the formation is. They're kind of going with a 4-4-3, but you see looks like Aaron Martinez playing back there. He's playing in sort of that number 10 role as an attacking midfielder. You may see him go up to try to interact with Joel Bunting and the wingers as well.
Yep.
Looks like we're about ready to go here. Fans making some noise here at Memorial. Good crowd so far.
Yep, you can already see the defenders are pushing up really hard. They're ready to get this game going on the front foot.
So, I mean, look at the formation right now. You've only got, you have maybe one striker up. You're almost like a 1-4-1-4 a little bit with a sweeper and Jack Pondy.
Not quite a conventional 4-3-3, is it?
No, it's not, but watch. And if anything I've seen from this club, whether it be in training or the first two matches of the season, they keep their shape. That's the most important thing that David Proctor, Paul McGlynn, and the rest of the coaching staff stresses.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you, Kyle. Touching back onto my experience last week from the stands, enjoying this game, they really did keep their shape very well.
And that's so key. It's being disciplined. You want a disciplined club that holds their shape, doesn't get out of sorts, especially, when a team is on a counterattack or you do lose possession. You lose your head, you're going to concede. That's just it. I don't care who you have back there in goal or at defense.
Absolutely. Keeping your shape.
And we're underway here at Memorial. Detroit kicks off here in the first half. A couple of 50-50 balls right off the bat.
The very first kick from the start, getting hung up in that wind.
Yeah, exactly. Mason Moyers plays it up. Goalkeeper number 33, Cameron Barnes, gathers it up for Gold Star. Lino Palma plays it out. Let's see what type of formation Gold Star decides to go with. First matchup between these two sides, obviously two expansion sides. First few minutes will be very telling for two teams that never see each other. You always see that at any level when a team faces another for the first time. Quick throw in, Theo Wickman out to Alex Arides. Trying to find a lane, drops it back to Wickman. Wickman whips it in there. Might go for a quick header right there.
It was a great early ball.
Great early ball. A little bit of deflection there, Mikey.
It's great to see a little bit of action in the box starting off very early in this game.
Yeah, that's just it. Force them. Use the wings. Get it into your forwards up front. Goes back for a goal kick. First City supporters really making themselves heard out there, banging that drum, waving the flag. Quick ball up in the midfield to Don Tate over to gather. Difficult first touch. Joel Bunting trying to intercept.
It might have been a handball there in the middle. But
yeah, you might have seen a little bit. Palma gets it back quickly from Barnes.
There's that great early pressure.
Lob Seeger dispossessed. Joel Bunting being tracked down by Mason Moyers, who had an unbelievable game last week, box to box all the way. Max Radova, winger for Detroit, looking for a man. Quickly followed by Ford Hunt.
Great tackle there from Hunt.
Excellent tackle, but it will lead to the first corner of the match for Gold Star. 2 minutes in, no score here at Memorial Stadium. Savannah Clovers taking on Gold Star Detroit.
I expect Pondy to command his box here in this very first
I was about
corner
to say,
kick.
how many do you think you're going to want in the box here? Quickly taken. Alex Arides back, able to get it, and he's taken down. That'll lead to the first foul of the match. Really no doubt on that one. Max Rogova, big forward number 45, came whipping down the wing, trying to wreak some havoc there. Created his first corner of the match. Jack Pondy back to collect. Wickman. Ball up from Hunt. 50-50. Led to nothing.
Great
Settled
control by Bunting.
Yeah, great control. Picks it up from Mason Moyers. Had to play for a quick throw. Moyers.
It was a great throw into the box.
Yeah, definitely. He can throw from distance. There's no doubt about that. Played back into the corner. And that'll be a Gold Star throw. Not much in the early going here. Both sides trying to find their pace, find their rhythm. Reed-Ace. Cleared out it in the midfield. Don Tate playing his more conventional role in the midfield, trying to force his way up. Did well to get past a couple of defenders and keep possession. Ball
Stays
back in,
onside.
looking for Arides, and it's out of play. Looks like the Clovers will have their first corner of the night. Tuesday's goal scorer, Andy Sanchez, to take. 3 or 4 Clovers in the box and a slew of white shirts.
Big center backs getting up into the action.
Yeah, you can definitely see them press back. Ball in, looking for the head. Quickly smothered by Brandon Barnes. Not a bad little ball.
No, not a bad ball at all. Great goalkeeping, though.
He has settled down. Really not too much to do for Barnes. He gathers up. No real chance for either side outside of the 2 corners. A little bit of a turnover over here. Ford's going to have to get back in track. Ford goes in. Looks like it's going to be a throw over by the flag. The far right-hand corner, the north end. But it's deep in Savannah territory. Throw taken. Sanchez is tracking. Ball in. And it's way off the mark. Nothing to do for Jack Pondy. That'll be a goal kick.
Early on here for Detroit, not seeing too much press from them. They are keeping their shape very well, but they certainly are not pushing up their defenders or their deep midfielders.
They're keeping them back. I mean, you're playing it safe right now because the 2 teams are trying to really trying to feel each other out and see what type of club they really are. Shandon Wright pressing his man, Junior Rosero, dropping all the way back, midfield. Alex Dalu works it up to the wing. Might have a little something here. Detroit pressing in, Max Rogova in, and he just misses. Left side. That was a little too close for comfort, Mike.
Yeah, looked like Pondy had it well covered on that far post.
Yeah, he certainly did. But I mean, what did you see right there? A little bit of a breakdown in communication, you think?
Yeah, that early ball through definitely was not picked up out of the
No.
midfield. Midfielders should follow that out, and that allowed for a breakthrough, and then a ball across the box, and the outside winger attacking in from the far side was also not picked up.
Jack Pondy with that big leg booming it over midfield. Bunting and Sanchez tracking. Work forward. Shandon Wright will gather. Hunt. Zach Hargreaves calling for it. Trying to decide whether to work it out the wing or just simply drop it back and reset and go for the deep ball. Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying, I like this possession here. You're seeing a lot of movement off the ball by our Clovers.
A little bit of an awkward ball from Pondy. He didn't really have a whole lot of time to get rid of that as it goes out for a Gold Star throw. Continue.
I would like to see them try and move that ball out a little bit quicker.
Lobsiger with the throw. Headed back in. Rogova working in. Alex Arides gets it, trying to work it out, and it's going to go out, and that should be a Savannah throw. No? Yeah, I think Arides actually had the last touch. Joe Bunting chasing. Barnes gathers it up quickly, gets it right back out. Deep into Clovers territory. Drops all the way back. Pondy's going to have to get rid of it quickly. Does.
Very well done.
Goalkeeper has a lot of poise.
Interesting seeing Gold Star still trying to play this long ball with the wind directly in their faces. Clovers are doing a great job cleaning that up early on in this game.
Yeah, I mean, they have a strong defensive back line. I mean, I mentioned Shandon Wright, Ford Hunt, Theo Wickman, and the like. Not to mention Jack Pondy just being a keeper with really strong feet.
Yes.
Yeah, he's good. He's got 2 feet, and I mean, when I played, I had 2 right feet, and that was terrible.
I had 2 left feet, and I was a right-footed player.
Yeah, well, that tells you why we're not playing professionally, and they are.
Yeah, the evolution of goalkeeping, Kyle, is it's really been fun to watch as the game has grown. You have a good goalkeeper out there, you're going to have an 11th man on that field that can play a ball just as well as any of the outfield players.
He's basically he's a sweeper. He's basically a sweeper that can use his hands. In a matter of speaking, a little bit of a turnover here. It looks like it's going to be one-on-one. Jack Pondy coming out. It's not away. Pondy smothers it. Ooh, dangerous turnover. Alex Dallew had a absolute breakaway. Pondy came out, cut down the angle, and just like that, make it a little bit difficult. Oh, Clovers might try to make it a little bit difficult with a similar type of play. Alex Arides pushing back in.
Well, goalkeeper action on both ends of the field here.
Absolutely. Top of the box this time. Barnes struggled to deal with that. Mason Moyers plays that out of play.
Drums of our First City supporters banging loud.
Banging loud, and they're going to be going for 90 minutes. They never stop. They always make themselves heard. Hearing the chants out there, waving the flag. They didn't have the flag last week. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, I'll have to get a good look at that at halftime here.
Yeah. Dallew out in the wing. Schneider working it back up. Looks like he's chased down. Shandon Wright able to get it out into the midfield. A lot of 50-50 balls so far. Really not too much of a difference in possession so far.
No, it seems about even going both ways.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. As I mentioned in our pregame talks, it's looking like the wingers are doing a great job, as mentioned, getting up and down that field. They're pinching in, and as a possession changes, they're getting back to their defensive positions.
Yeah, you can see it. You see a Don Tate kind of, he can play in more of a central role, but you see him out kind of staying in the midfield, but he's almost playing a little bit of a role of a wing. Alex Arides, who is a winger by trade, he's working his way back really well so far. I've seen him get all the way back to the penalty area and really go in and try to make some tackles and win back possession. And that's going to be a foul to Gold Star. Joel Bunting committed the foul. Quickly played. Longseeger. Back to Palma.
Gold Star pushing their outside backs heavily up the field right now.
Yeah, you can really see that. They're working up. And also, you look at your center back. That's Captain Cameron Schneider, number 19. He's really working himself up. Mason Moyers trying to get over it, and that's a no doubt about it foul. He got a big push on that one.
We're going to get our first talking to here in this game.
Yeah. Cisse goes over. Have a quick word with Amir Hudson, as if to say, yeah, I saw that. Try it again. You're going in the book. Free quickly taken. I think you were trying to look for a target with Andy Sanchez, but a little bit too much pace on the ball to have any kind of a chance to create.
Yep, that wind picked up on the back of that ball.
You can see it. The flags are really starting to blow here at Memorial, and the mist is starting to roll in. It looks like this could be, the rest of the half could be a wet one here. Rain expected for the next 2 hours in the area. It's Barnes Smothers. No direct shots on goal for either team. Gold Star with a quick chance, but really came to nothing on the left side of Jack Pondy's net.
High pressure by the Clovers right now.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious what their game plan is right now.
The only thing I worry about is you see a little bit of a gap start to develop between the forward play and the defense. You want to make sure that doesn't leave them exposed.
Yeah, you want to be able to press, but also you don't want to push your defenders up too far as well.
Absolutely.
Rogova back in, looking for another chance. Quickly dispatched away by Shandon Wright. That'll be a Gold Star throw. Cisse to take it quickly, working it into the box. Jack Pondy reads it all the way. Doesn't have to come off his line, gathers it. It helps when you have that size and strength in net. 6'5", 220.
Certainly cuts a striking figure in that box.
That he does. Looking for Joel Bunting. A little bit out of his reach here. Play down on the wing. Andy Sanchez working up out on that left wing. And that's definitely another foul.
Clover's going to have a great opportunity for a free
This is in a
kick here.
dangerous area here, left side of the penalty area.
Clover center back stepping up once again.
You're going to keep Theo Wickman back as sort of as your kind of sweeper. Mason Moyers. He's a box-to-box midfielder. He had an excellent game last week doing the dirty work, winning possession, big tackles. Goalkeeper Brandon Barnes setting up his box. Setting up how he wants this wall. Looks like a two-man wall. Taken quickly. Deflected. They might have another go at it. Into the box. And then Arides, if he can turn and shoot.
Just offsides.
Just offsides. I knew it was getting a little bit close on the line. If Alex Arides had been able to turn, I really thought he'd have a good chance to actually put that one on net. That could have been an excellent chance. Good start here from the Clovers. Starting to show some offensive mettle a little bit here. The rain comes cascading down here at Memorial.
Yeah, these conditions are quickly turning south.
Yeah, and this is a difficult surface when you're playing on an artificial turf situation. It's a good surface. It will be slippery. It'll be unbelievably slippery.
Yes, anything played on the ground is going to get that extra skip to it right now. It's definitely going to be a skills test for all these professionals.
It is, and I mean, if you think about it, I mean, it's almost like you're playing with a pinball out there. I mean, it's bouncing all over the place. Wickman quickly take. I thought that went out of play. Play on. Zamir Hodson, referee.
Clover's getting back
4-0.
on defense very well right now, preventing a break.
That's the biggest thing you don't want right now. To force a break right there. Moyers to Wickman. Trying to work it up down the line. Joel Bunting after it if he can get to it. Palma gets to it just a step ahead of him and works it all the way back to his goalkeeper. Barnes. Rogova gets past Hunt. Flicks in a clever little ball for Dakota Lobsiger. It's going to come in. Pondy's going to have to come off his net. He's down. It's still in the box. Rogova, and it's out of play. Jack Pondy had come off his line, got a piece of it, wasn't able to get up fast enough. Dakota Lobsiger misses an absolute open net for Gold Star. We might have caught in a break there, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Jack Pondy coming out and disrupting that play certainly made it difficult to get that shot on frame. Overall, great defending on what could have been a bum play.
Hearing the chance of let's go Clovers. Loving that. Might have dodged a bullet on that one, but hey, no harm, no foul in this situation here. It's still 0-0, 18th minute here. Savannah Clovers taking on Gold Star Detroit right here on NISA Match of the Week, streaming on 11 Sports. Goes out for a throw. You got the, looks like you got the ball kids out there. I mean, probably with towels right now to try to wipe down and get a ball you can actually attempt to throw in.
Yeah, trying to throw in a ball that's soaking wet in the rain is never a good time.
No, it's not. And if you're a former goalkeeper, that's even worse trying to stop that.
Couldn't agree more, Kyle.
Shandon Wright out. Colt Ford.
Excellent defending by the Clovers here, keeping their composure.
Keeping their composure, keeping their shape. Looks like a Don Tate came back there to do a little bit of dirty work, get it out of play. You avoid the corner, and you settle for the throw. Still in deep territory. Tate trying to get a piece of it and actually force the ball out. Aaron Martinez gives chase. It's back into the box. Bicycle attempt right there. And completely whiffed on by Gold Star.
And resulted in a handball in the process. Clover's ball.
It would have come to naught. Yaya Cisse going for a little bit of trickery on Jack Pondy, but completely whiffs on that one.
But it looked good. Would have been a stunner had he made clear connection.
It would have been a fantastic strike. Moyers to gather for the throw. Gets it in just a little bit outside the box. Joel Bunting pressed by his man, trying to get out towards the wing, and it's going to go out of play.
It's the second or third time they've been able to get Bunting the ball in the box there on a throw-in. He's got great hold-up play. He just needs to be able to hold on to it a little longer to wait for help.
Well, and he's under heavy pressure. It makes it very difficult to be able to turn and go when you have maybe one or two defenders on you at all times.
Absolutely.
Max Ragova for Gold Star. Oh, that is out of play and into the stands, and that's not a souvenir. Those are expensive. You're going to have to throw it back. As much as those kiddos down there want to keep it. Back in play, Cisse, and it's back into the stands once again. Watch out for your umbrella. Wickman, quick throw, almost got past the defender here. Looking for Aaron Martinez. Back in Arides, settles just outside the box, 2 men on his tail.
A little bit of action there at the top of the box. Clovers looking like they're trying to get a foul or a handball right at the top of the 18.
Trying
Nothing
to look,
happening.
either draw or trying to find a way to work it up in the wing, maybe get a quick deflection, get a turnover, chance like that. Still kind of feeling out the defense for Gold Star. Pondy retrieves as the Clovers reset. Cisse taken over by Wickman, who long balls it. That's going to roll all the way back to Brandon Barnes in goal. 22 minutes in, rain cascading down here in Savannah.
Yep, went from just a bit of a breezy evening, certainly turned
Well, you knew it was
a
coming.
lot worse.
Deep ball in. Gold Star might have a chance here. Shandon Wright.
Great
Good defending. Excellent defending.
allows Pondy to clean it up and get a good quick ball out. Clover is able to press now.
Aaron Martinez works it out to the wing. Randy Sanchez trying to drive through and look for an outlet. Joel Bunting's in. Little bit of a collision there. That looked like that was painful, and that might have been, looks like Joel Bunting came down pretty hard. No, that was not Bunting. Excuse me. Aaron Martinez, the recipient of that. Both players shooken up just a little bit there.
Yeah, Arides looking a little wild going into that challenge.
Foul on the Clovers. Another free. Lino Palma will take this quickly. Palma looking for Ragova. Great header by Wickman. Top of the box, Vlad Jokic gives it a go. That's the first really dangerous chance from distance from either side. Vlad Jokic whips it in from top of the box, just sails over that crossbar. Goal kick.
Looks like Pondy would have had that covered with his 6'5" frame.
Yeah, he would have had it covered, no doubt about it, but he knew that it was clearly going over, but not a bad chance for Gold Star.
Yeah, you hit a shot from distance from anywhere about 20 to 30 out. You're going to have that ball swirling into the wind like that. Can certainly cause trouble for any goalkeeper.
It does, but it comes to nothing. Struggling forward in the midfield right now. Adon Tate works it back up, trying to find Arides. Joel Bunting had it close. Andy Sanchez looking it for Bunting. Does he have time? No! It's just a little bit too much for Joel Bunting. He was right on the doorstep and couldn't make contact.
Once again, Kyle, great play from the wing.
Yeah, the wings are so key for the Clovers right now. I mean, you have guys like a Don Tate. You have Andy Sanchez who can score and create. Quick ball in for Arides. He's going to have a chance. Takes a shot. Excellent save by Barnes. First shot on goal for the Clovers, and we have a corner. What a shot. What a build-up. Great pass.
That was very well done, Kyle. It was great seeing the Clovers get up into the attack on that.
That's probably the best through ball I've seen for the Clovers thus far, and they have a really big chance to strike first.
Perfectly weighted pass through, gets into the 18, is able to get a great shot. Nice stop by Barnes.
Yeah, that's all you can say. That was great goalkeeping. Great shot by Arides. Don Tate in to take the corner now for the Clovers. Clovers got 4 men in the box right now. Mason Moore staying all the way back, holding.
Left-footed in swinging ball.
It's in there, and Barnes comes up and has a little bit of trouble with it. I told you the ball's wet. I mean, that is going to create some issues.
Yeah, we're going to see some definite goalkeeper pressing here. It'd be great to see a lot more shots coming from outside the box, really test each one of these goalkeepers.
Yeah, we saw quite a few last week, some attempts from distance, but nothing that really came to much of anything. Of course, Andrew Berriman, not playing tonight due to the second yellow, scored off of a corner and set play very similar to that, goal mouth scramble, and he was able to bang it in.
For the Clovers' very first goal, that was an excellent shot that Berriman had last week.
He really did, and it was mass confusion in there, but he kept his composure, and I mean, he took advantage and buried it. And it was unbelievable. The fact the Clovers held their poise after allowing the goal in the 35th minute, they respond with that goal in the 42nd as the ball goes out of play for a throw.
Yeah, they didn't get deflated from the first goal scored against them at all. They just kept pressing, had mayhem in the box, and Berriman was able to come through with that great side netting shot.
Yeah, Coach Proctor always says he wants his players to persevere and be mentally tough, be ready. I mean, there's such a the mental side of the game of being able to hold your composure, not lose your temper. Getting a little handsy over there in the corner as it goes out for a goal kick for Detroit. Palma being chased by Moyers.
Clovers pressing very high again.
Yeah, Moyers really trying to get an interception right there. An overtake. His defender, I think that was Lionel Palma, really trying to intercept the pass and try to create something with his wings streaking on both sides.
Center midfield play for the Clovers has been looking very good as this game is evolving.
What are you seeing that stands out for you thus far?
As we're seeing the high press, that's very good for the Clovers. You're also seeing number 8, Martinez, dropping into the middle almost as a great center defensive role to clean up anything that squirts out past the press.
He is, and he's a guy that, he's cycling in and out. He's almost going to a defensive midfield role, even though he is an attacking midfielder.
Yeah,
he's playing in every area of the pitch.
Yes, absolutely. As you touched upon in pregame, you're seeing that midfield trio just cycling in and out of all positions, and it's really playing well for the Clovers right now.
Cycle in, create, get it to your wingers. Try to create chances for your striker. I know Joel Bunton would love to get his first goal of the season. As the Clovers take it in transition here, able to intercept that ball, work it up to the midfield, but there's a foul. Hargreaves to take. Plays it back to Shandon Wright. Trying to work it up the midfield. Looks for a Don Tate, but he works it back up to Andy Sanchez. Gold Star trying to respond. Hargreaves takes it over. Moyers works it out to Theo Wickman.
Yeah, as you see now, you have Hargreaves dropping into that more central defensive mid position. Another shift by the Clovers.
Yeah, and that way it gives a chance for a guy like Mason Moyers to work up. He's trying to bang it across there. 2 men streaking in the box. It was Aaron Martinez and Joel Bunting, number 9. Palma working it back up to midfield. Rosero to Yaya Cisse, trying to change directions for Gold Star. Yep, and that was a little bit of a pull as Adon Tate goes to ground. Foul on Gold Star, right around midfield.
As the game's settling down, Kyle, it's looking like Clovers are starting to gain a little bit more of the possession arrow here.
And what more would you like to see? Do you want to see them keep trying to cycle it through the middle, or you want to try to use the wings a little bit more?
Well, what I'm seeing is a little bit of both. They're
Okay.
using the wings very well, but as you see the ball coming across the midfield right now, they need to be a little bit more tidy with it, but being able to adequately use inside and outside of the field, wings and the midfield, that'll just give them the ability to dictate the whole game.
And Adon Tate goes down. There was no foul, but he goes down in a collision. And he's staying down there for a few minutes. Our physio may need to come out and see how he's doing. He's trying to get to his feet right now. Captain Shandon Wright checking on his midfielder, see if he's okay. Lean Hodson gives him a minute here to gather himself.
Yep, looks like he's going to be okay.
Lobsiger plays it back to Palma. Boateng plays it up. Out of play. Nope.
Looks like they were just cleaning up, giving the ball from going out of bounds for the player
that
down.
might have been the case. I saw
Took him a moment.
Yeah, quick stoppage and play. Hey, it's wet here. Pondy having a little bit of difficulty. Has to play the ball quickly. Out for a Detroit throw. Hunt trying to... Wickman able to clear it again for another throw for Gold Star. Gold Star trying to make some things happen there on the left side of the pitch, down that north end.
That looks like we're going to have a corner kick here, Kyle.
Yeah, it's tough to see from my vantage point. That was
Yeah.
very close to a throw-in, but you're right. That was indeed a corner.
Yeah, I'm looking through the box next to me, the window out here.
Looks like Connor Schneider to take, captain. Ball comes in. It's a short one, deflected by Moyers. Lobsiger trying to head it back in. Bunting gets able to get it out and get it to midfield before finally being dispossessed. And that's definitely a Savannah throw. I'm not sure what they were trying to get away with there.
Yeah, it looks like the referee saw it a little bit different.
Yeah, I really thought that would have been our throw, to be quite honest with you. In the midfield.
Great takeaway.
Excellent tackle, and that's
Excellent tackle.
clamoring for a foul, Joe Bunting. He's not going to get it. We're back out to Rosero, working to try to have a go. Rigovo coming in, streaking down that left wing, but the ball goes out of play, breaking up that rush for Gold Star.
More excellent defending by Shannon Wright.
Yeah, the back line has done the job. A little bit of miscommunication there, but Jack Pondy able to gather up. But as we were saying, guys like Theo Wickman, Captain Shandon Wright, Ford Hunt, did an excellent job on the back line for the Clovers. Throw in for Gold Star. Dakota Lobsiger shouting out instructions. Out of play for another throw. "34th minute right now, no score. Savannah Clovers taking on Gold Star Detroit right here on 11 Sports. NISA Match of the Week. Dallo quickly deflected by Andy Sanchez. Quickly taken back by Gold Star. Joel Bunting trying to create something here, trying to work it out to the wing. Aaron Martinez back to Bunting. That was a definite foul. Bunting goes to ground. A little bit of, might be referee trying to avoid a little pushing and shoving. As Bunting is still down. And
Over first card of the match.
definitely a
Yellow.
first card of the match.
For that tackle on Bunting.
To be quite honest, I did expect that. We'll get you the name of the recipient of the yellow going into the book. Looks like it might be Yaya Cisse. Assistant Paul McGlynn shouting out instructions to Andy Martinez. Or to Aaron Martinez, pardon me.
Another dangerous free kick here coming for the Clovers.
Yeah, Clovers really getting a chance to take advantage, albeit from distance. Looks like Zach Hargreaves setting up with Adon Tate. It's Hargreaves to take.
Gold Star setting up their defensive line just inside the 18.
And there goes Hargreaves. Decent ball, a little bit low. Can we get... Oh, and Theo Wickman so close. Headed right at the keeper. Great setup, great play. Moyer's trying to come back out on the counterattack here. And it looks like we're going to have another card here. And it's Mason Moyers is going to go into the book. He is heavily disputing that. Little bump in with Max Rogova, and he needs to keep his head right here. So that's the first yellow of the match for the Clovers. Number 6, Mason Moyers. He's too important in that midfield.
Yeah, already down Bowerman this week.
Yeah, and that's very difficult. One of the most creative players you have in the midfield. Looks like he's been booked for dissent as it goes out for a throw. Dakota Lobsiger to throw.
Dissent, some of us would just call that passion.
Yeah. You can have all the passion you want, but sometimes it gets you a card.
Officials sometimes don't see it the same way.
No, they do not, and that's their job. Reedy's trying to press on. Lobsiger trying to work it down the wing for Gold Star. Works it back into the middle. Yaya Cisse. Moyers. Back over to Hargreaves. Clovers trying to create. They haven't had a whole lot of luck in the middle of the pitch. Their chances mainly coming from set pieces.
Yeah, they've been looking very dangerous on these set pieces they've had, making them dangerous in the box. But looks like some of the possessions starting to turn a little bit more towards Gold Star at this time.
Foul called. Referee originally said play on. But it's a foul and a free kick. Midfield to Gold Star. You were saying?
Oh, no, Kyle was just saying that it looked like the Clovers was actually starting to lose a little bit of the possession here. Gold Star's now starting to push a little higher up the field, getting their midfield and defenders up into the attack as well. Looked like they were waiting to see what the Clovers were going to do before they really started instrumenting their own game plan.
Yeah, you can see in the last 2 or 3 minutes with that quick possession here. The ball's into the box. Quick chance. Off the side netting for Gold Star.
Must have been a deflection.
And that there had to have been a deflection, Mike, because that's going to go in for a corner. Lobsiger to take from the far right end. Clovers getting numbers back. Only Rogova's the only one in the box for the Clovers. Pondy looking to see if has to make any kind of a play, and he doesn't. It sails over, quickly deflected in the side netting goal kick.
Yep, ball harmlessly goes out of bounds over the goal, never comes into play.
Nope. Bunting deflected. Rogova takes over for Gold Star. Then El Palma. Cisse.
Ball hugs the
Vlad
line.
Jokic out on the wing. Gets it just outside the 18. He's going to drive and shoot. Quickly dispatched. Excellent tackle by Captain Shandon Wright.
Very good defending, Mike.
He's been so good at that center back position tonight.
It's not the first time he's gone to ground to make a great tackle.
No, absolutely not.
Showing consistency on that play.
Ball driven over, and it's whistled for offsides. 40th minute. Pretty even, a lot of even possession throughout this entire first half, Mike. Gold Star seeing a little bit more here in the last few minutes as Jack Pondy gets ready to take yet another goal kick. Trying to create a chance before the half.
Overall, I would still say it's probably about 50-50 even distribution for possession. As you say, Gold Stars had this past few minutes.
Mm-hmm. Ball works up Moyers, looking for a read ace out of his reach. This ball goes out. Lobsiger. That'll go in for a goal kick. Barnes takes quickly. Sanchez on his horse, trying to dispossess him. He might just have done it. He gets it, takes a shot. It's off the crossbar. Arides wants to keep it going. Still inside the box, looking for support. And he's taken to ground.
Looks like he got ball on that tackle, saving another Clovers chance in the box.
Wow, what a great press from Andy Sanchez, going in there, trying to make the hard tackle. Dispossesses the defender, works it back in, and nearly creates a fantastic goal.
Yeah, that was another excellent, great press there from the Clovers. That's what we've been seeing for most of this game.
The rain's really coming down now, right off the crossbar. I'd say that's probably the first really big chance of the game for the best chance, certainly.
Yeah, if they can keep building on that, take this momentum.
The goal will come. Bunting giving chase, and he's run out of real estate.
Clovers pressing again, trying to keep them down here, locked into this corner.
Yeah, you definitely see a hard press. Clovers not losing their shape, but definitely showing they want to try to create something for the end of the half. It goes into the 18, taken on by Martinez, and it's just over out of play.
Once again, that press, Kyle. Clovers are really pushing it.
Quick turn and shoot from Aaron Martinez. We mentioned how key his play in the midfield is going to be, and he almost showed it right there.
Looks like we had a tip off something, and it results in a Clovers corner.
There that does result in another corner. I think 5th or 6th corner for the Clovers thus far. Adon Tate, corner specialist to whip it in. Several in the box here.
Another in-swinging ball.
See Aaron Martinez, short in stature but quick. Ball's taken in a little bit deep, and that's over everyone. That's going to go out for a goal kick.
Not a bad idea trying to keep it away from Barnes, but just a bit too far.
Yeah, another keeper with pretty good size. Well, you really didn't have anybody swinging in kind of on that back door to really close off, to make a to actually get a header that probably would have needed another deflection to go to even go on net.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I like to see on corners is making sure there is someone to catch that last ball that goes over. You want to try and get some kind of action in the box when you have a free kick.
Had to play goal kick.
Another harmless attempt, covered very well by the Clovers defense.
And the rain is absolutely cascading down at Memorial. Fans starting to head for cover. If you don't have an umbrella, I feel really bad for you.
It's still great seeing, despite the weather, plenty of fans out there in the stands giving our Clovers support.
Forest City supporters always out in big numbers, banging the drum, waving the flag. Rain or shine, we're here. This is what we do, what it means to be a supporter. Alex Dalu works it back in. Ragova took a little bit of a deflection. And I think
Yeah, he was able to
not
keep
a
it
great
in.
touch for Theo Wickman, because that's going to go out for a corner in the dying stages here. We're in the 45th minute here at Memorial, no score.
Yeah, Ragova's causing a little havoc down that line. Their most dangerous play has been down that side of the field with Ragova.
He's certainly been an active presence this first 45 here. Ball is whipped in, headed away. Clovers actually do a really great job to get it all the way to midfield.
Great defense.
Yeah, Theo Wickman in there. Oh.
Another troubling shot from far out. Just searching that box.
Yeah,
trying to
turns
see what
around,
Ponte
wanted
would
to have
do.
a quick go. With the haze over here, it's kind of difficult for me to see the player that took the shot. And it's going to be a quick one. 1 minute of stoppage time. That's 1 minute stoppage time. Pretty cleanly played first half. Only a handful of fouls. And a couple of chances for both sides. Clovers coming dangerously close, hitting that crossbar. Hargreaves. On to
Great ball
Don
skill
Tate.
there.
Oh, absolutely. Ball goes into the stands.
1 minute of stoppage is a far cry from what we saw in the World Cup over the summer.
Yeah, I was about to say, you want 8 or 9 minutes? You got it. You got it.
Yeah,
Clovers take a throw, trying to make one last gasp here. I don't think they're going to have the time here. As we have reached the halfway point of the match at the end of the half. Savannah Clovers 0, Gold Star Detroit 0. Pretty interesting half. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll give you our halftime thoughts. You've been watching Savannah Clovers Soccer. It is NISA Match of the Week, streaming live here on 11 Sports. We'll be right back. Back here at Memorial Stadium, Kyle Lawson along with Mike Blanton, Savannah Clovers Soccer on NISA. Match of the week, streaming live on 11 Sports. A little bit of halftime action here on this dark and rainy and, might I say, a little bit cold. Walking out of the booth here and trying to get warm back up here, but the fans are braving the elements here on this rainy night. Willing the Clovers on for their first win in franchise history. Pretty even half so far, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, Kyle, this has been a great first half of football for our Savannah Clovers. Gold Star Detroit's really putting a lot of pressure on us, but the defense is withstanding it very well, and the midfield has been holding through very well. The wing play, as I had mentioned earlier on in this game, has been very good.
Right.
They're cycling through, getting the ball into the middle, putting it back out to the wings, and it's really resulted in a lot of pressure on that Gold Star defense.
Yeah, really have. The defense for Gold Stars looked really good. Our defense has really shown the resolve. You alluded to that first. You've seen some great stuff in the likes of Theo Wickman, Shandon Wright, and, of course, Ford Hunt right back there.
Yeah, absolutely. Gold Star has definitely had some chances, especially a little bit more on a break, whereas Clovers have been doing some build-up. Gold Star's chances have come when they're able to put the ball through the middle, try and get a through ball in, but the Clovers defense is really absorbing that, and a lot of great tackles by Shandon Wright and Theo Wickman.
Yeah, and really you can see it. They're trying to create from the wing and try to work it in to their forwards right there. You saw number 45, Max Rogova, playing on that in that left winger role, trying to whip the ball in for Junior Rosero and Vlad Jokic up front. Alex Dallow had a couple of good touches in there for Gold Star, but back, and Brandon Barnes held it down for Gold Star, making a couple of big saves. But back over to the Clovers. Couple of huge chances, including one right off the crossbar, and I figured one of the keys to the game was going to be the midfield play of number 8, Aaron Martinez.
Yeah, Aaron Martinez really pushed that through very nicely. That shot and the pressure up into that box on their goal kick caused a lot of trouble for Gold Star, and as you saw, resulted in that loss of possession and a quick shot off the crossbar.
Yeah, quick in transition, take advantage of a misplayed ball, whip around and try to take a chance that nearly put the Clovers in the lead. One up the cross, Barnes forced to make a really tough save, and that's what's kept the game deadlocked. Pretty quick from both sides. I think both sides are really trying to settle in, but the Clovers are really trying to press up at the beginning and the end of halves that I've really seen. Halves? What was that? Oh, no. Yeah, you can't hear. You don't want that. You don't want to hear my accent. It's terrible. All right. So the boys are back on the pitch right now, trying to brave the elements. Short sleeves, and it is cold and rainy, about 45 degrees, and it's been absolutely pouring the last 45 minutes. But the boys are going to have to stay warm and keep their composure to find a way to create that first goal and ultimately try to take away all 3 points.
Yeah, I believe the Clovers just need to stick to their guns here. As we've said, keep that midfield play good, keep that press going, because that's been the biggest trouble for Gold Star Detroit. Just keep their game going, and need to see keep that communication up, because you can really see them all working very well together and playing off of each other.
Yeah, you can. There's a lot of good communication out there, and they're very poised in the midfield. They hold their shape well, and you have a really strong defensive back line. Your fullbacks, whether it be your center backs, your left or right back, are really holding it down and making life very easy for Jack Pondy. So I would really love to see the Clovers try to do what they do best, and that is score off of a set piece. Of course, last week, Andrew Berriman's goal did come off a corner, and it was just right there in the slot, and he was able to bury it.
Yeah, right you are, Kyle. I do believe the biggest chances we're going to get for the Clovers will be off of a set piece.
Whether it be a free or a corner. Right.
Exactly. Absolutely. Their biggest chances have come from set pieces towards the corners off of the box. You see the football lines out there from about the 20-yard marker to the 30-yard marker. Anywhere they can put the ball into the box, get the big center backs up there into the action to be able to put the Gold Star defense under some pressure, that will continue to make things difficult for them.
Yep. So we're counting down here about 30 seconds to go before the start of the second half here. Both teams in their huddle. Both sides breaking up here, ready for this second half to get started here. Memorial fans starting to file back in. Thanks to everyone who braved the elements to come out here. Watch tonight's game between the Savannah Clovers and Gold Star Detroit. Clovers will kick off from the north end to start the second half. Fieldhouse end. Underway here in the second half. Played forward, looking for Arides out there on the wing. Arides in traffic. Foul given. First foul of the half to Gold Star.
Yeah, I believe this half of football is going to be completely different for the Clovers than the last one, which is why they're going to have to take a chance and really hopefully rely on some set pieces because this wind is now swirling into their faces.
You can see it. You can see the water. Looks like we get a substitution. It looks like there's a quick substitution. Adon Tate will be coming off for number 15, Mateo Villafrad. First substitution there. Villafrad, defender, number 15. Back to the action here. Gold Star will have a corner. Whipped in, looking for a deflection. Hargreaves has it. Looking for another chance at a deflection. It's out of the box and out of play. A couple of dangerous chances. Good defense by the Clovers to make the deflections. Able to get it out of the penalty area. You always get nervous when you see that kind of movement inside the 18.
Yeah, especially out here in this weather. You see the ball dropping down on the box. It's slippery, it's soaking wet. You never know where that ball can bounce around.
No, you really don't. Looks like we quickly displaced. Thought Rosero was going to have a shot. He gets it back. He's going to take a shot from distance. Pondy's up to the task. Directly at the goalkeeper. Not really a great chance there. Rosero probably thinks he should have done a little bit more with that. Pondy boots it away. Not able to get much on that ball with the swirling winds into the rain.
Clovers continuing their heavy press up top.
Yeah, they want to get on the board early here in the second half and set the tone. And I don't see them really stepping off the gas. Zach Hargreaves goes to ground. He may have taken a little bit of a deflection there.
He's going to feel that one in the morning.
Yeah, I think he might have just gotten the wind knocked out of him a little bit. But play will continue. Villafrad plays it back to Hargreaves. Moyers works it back over to Hargreaves in the midfield. The defender rushing fast. Vlad Jokic tried to get a piece of it. Shandon Wright. Back and forth the first few minutes here. Neither team really able to settle the ball in these conditions.
Looks like Gold Star's stepping their midfield up a little bit more here, similar to what the Clovers were doing in the first half.
Sort of try to neutralize that midfield attack, the midfield press that we've been able to really successfully build on the second part of the first half. Quickly taken in throw. Arides deflected. Yeah, Shandon Wright almost caught a boot right there, a little bit dangerous. Mason Moyers works it up to the wing to Andy Sanchez, and it's out of play.
First City supporters still banging the drums. They're not worried about this weather one bit.
Rain or shine, they're there, banging the drum. That's what we want. Come on out, Rock Memorial. Deep ball played in, looking for Bunting, and that forces Barnes off his line. He read that all the way.
Yeah, Barn playing with a lot of confidence right there. It was tough to judge that ball into the wind, whether he wants to come out of the box or wait for it to come to him, but he did well to clean that up.
Yeah, he really did. Came back, able to keep his composure, gather it up. The chance really wasn't going to come to much of anything. It was the ball was played in far too deep. Oh, the weather's forced a few spectators to the exits a little bit early, but there's still a really decent crowd here. Weathering the conditions to root on the Clovers. Hargreaves.
Which is great to see in our city of Savannah, which is usually warmer climate and
this time of year
usually
especially. Andy Martinez still manages to keep his footing. Works it out to Moyers. He's going to whip it in, looking for Bunting. Barnes comes out, gathers it up, picks it Back up, sends it out to defender number 7, Dan Wright.
Clovers getting some midfield and forwards into the box pretty early there. I like that idea of getting the early ball across. Just got to try and put it in a little bit more of a dangerous area, and something can come of that.
I saw what Moyers was trying to do. It's a good idea. He really didn't get the precision that he wanted on the cross. Ball played in. Wright quickly handles. Picked back up by Moyers. And there's nobody home as this ball will go out for a goal kick to Gold Star here in the 51st minute.
Moyers was expecting Bunting to make or break through the defense there.
Yeah, and Bunting, I mean, he's a central forward. I mean, he's your number 9. He's in the box. He doesn't venture out to the wing very often. Jokic. Viafrad comes in to make a tackle. Ball's taken over in transition. Rosero going to have a shot, but Shandon Wright's it. Ball's still in play, and it's on the back door for Vlad Jokic. A quick pass from Junior Rosero. Beats the Clovers defense. Jack Pondy had no chance on that. And Gold Star has struck first. I believe a yellow card was given as well.
Yeah, that yellow card was for the tackle. Ref allowed play, and that ultimately led to the goal. Unfortunately, there was an unmarked man on the back door.
Yeah, and that's just it. When you find a man unmarked, and especially when you come in on a play like that, where you're right there on the doorstep on the back door, your goalkeeper is trying to take the initial shot. Good pass by Rosero to Jokic. And that's unfortunate because the Clovers back line has been so steady. And that mistake leads to the first goal. We'll see how they respond here. Still plenty of time. 53rd minute here. The score is now Savannah Clovers 0, Gold Star Detroit 1.
Yeah, really look for the way the Clovers are going to bounce back here and respond.
Yeah, you're going to see them come up with the high press. Sanchez.
There it is, forcing the turnover deep in the midfield.
If you can force the turnover, that's what you're going to really have to do. Nice little ball by Sanchez. Works it out to the wing. Deep ball, and that's going to be over everybody, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. Way too much pace on that.
Whereas before, where Moyers played that ball across early, which was great for the attack going into the box. They had a little more time on the outside that time. Would have liked to have seen them bring it down deeper into the corner, get a cut back across the box there.
The goal's announced. Junior Rosero with the assist on that goal to Jokic. Hargreaves over to Moyers. Back to Hargreaves. Trying to look to work it out to the wing. Alex Arides happily accepts that. See what he can create. Trying to create a little 1-2 with Aaron Martinez. Gold Star takes back over possession. And he's broken through, but he is going to be off. Junior Rosero offsides by a good 3 feet. Yellow card was just announced.
Didn't catch who that was, Kyle, unfortunately.
Double check on that one. Get right back to you.
To say the Clovers stepped excellently on that offsides call. They had to get that just right, and they sure did.
They did. It was just a textbook offside trap. Andy Sanchez drops back to Wickman. Ford Hunt. Over to Bunting. Just didn't quite get the touch he wanted, and that'll go to another throw for Gold Star.
Still seeing the Clovers press here.
They're going to continue doing that. I mean, they're out for the 3 points because they know they can find a way. If they get a turnover, they're able to beat them in transition.
Yeah,
they know they can create a chance.
Absolutely. They've already proven in this game that they can. So nothing to lose at this point. So keep getting that press. You can always bring on a sub if you need.
Foul is called. Moyers looks to take quickly. Cerro really trying to streak in and try to beat the Clovers in transition. Jokic looking for another through ball, quickly gobbled up. Excellent.
Great interception by Hunt there.
Yeah, he really did well. Shandon Wright able to get back. Last few minutes. Gold Star showing a little bit of trickery that led to that first goal, really pressing up early, and they're creating some chances.
Yeah, you're seeing them really hold on to the ball a little bit more here than they did all in the last half.
And they're having a little bit more success in the middle of the pitch. Our center backs were really able to shut that down in the first half. Be a fraud. Hargreaves looking to clear. Be a fraud. Deflected for a throw in to the Clovers.
Yeah, Gold Star's not letting off the gas here. They put that.
They're pressing. They're trying to put us in the rearview mirror and try to get it early. Get an early sizable lead. Clovers are going to need to show a lot of poise to get the possession back to ultimately create these chances. Now, we do have a good amount of subs on the bench. Good to see the likes of Cal Green at defense, Noe Jimenez, or even up front. Guys like and a ball quickly played to Rugabo. Pondy quickly gathers that up.
Yeah, just some unfortunate action there. Some great defensive play, but the ball just bouncing around on this wet turf.
Yeah, it's not responding to the turf well, and it's going to play quickly. As I said, another great forward. It could be a great substitution. Would be a guy like Joshua Pomerov. A lot of speed on that wing.
Yeah, I would like to see an adjustment by the Clovers here. It'd be interesting to see what they think about going with for subs in the next 10 minutes or so.
I think it's very possible here when you get to the 60th minute. I mean, find a way you can slot somebody in where you can keep your shape, because right now you have no choice but to go for it. Ball played in. Both teams really struggling to control in these wet conditions here. Rain still cascading down here at Memorial.
There's no doubt there's probably some tired legs still from that match on Tuesday.
Yeah, you think about it. I mean, both of these sides played 2 matches in the span of 5 to 6 days. Both teams playing their inaugural matches in both NISA and in the Open Cup.
It's tough no matter what league you're in.
Excellent tackle, and thought the Clovers were going to make a little bit of a break. And it's out of play.
The ball stays in for a throw on the other side of the flag.
I didn't think there was any chance that was going to happen. So Clovers throw deep in their own territory. We approach the 61st minute. Wow. A shot quickly taken by Gold Star. I couldn't even see it from my vantage point. It looks like we're going to have a transition. It looks like that's number 69, Joshua Gatt, coming on at defense. And also Derek Ramirez, number 6, midfielder. Ramirez will be replacing number 15, Yaya Cisse. And it looks like the night is done for number 23, Vlad Jokic. So it looks like Ramirez will try to move into the role that Ramirez was playing, and a little bit more defensive help coming in there with number 69, Gat.
Yeah, you can already see Gold Star dropping in a little bit behind the ball more.
Yeah, they're trying to establish a defensive tone. Aaron Martinez.
Tough tackle there.
Very tough tackle, clean tackle though. No foul given. Play on. Martinez comes together. With Alex Dalu. Hargreaves. Going to need to drop it back so they can reset. Mateo Villafrad. Trying to create and put a ball up to Alex Arides. Not able to do it. He's going to get another chance here. Short ball up to Hargreaves at midfield, looking for Moyers as he goes to ground, and it's a foul given to Gold Star. Clovers are up a free around midfield. Rain's still falling, but slowing down a little bit, but the temperatures dropped considerably here at Memorial, down in the low 40s. Looks like we're going to have the substitutions. A couple of players that I actually mentioned. It looks like Yasha Pomazov is going to come in for Mason Moyers.
Moyers has put in a great shift in this game. He's been all
box
over this
to box.
field.
He does it all the time. Joe Bunting will be replaced by Jasha Pomazov. Pomazov, dangerous. He can move into that number 9 striker role as well as play as a winger. So we'll see if maybe he does stick on that left wing, maybe seeing either Arides or a player like Aaron Martinez move him to that number 9 striker role.
Coach David Proctor, no doubt, thinking that some fresh legs on the field is certainly going to reinvigorate the Clovers.
You got to
here.
change it up a little bit right now. Joe Bunting, to his credit, tried to make had a couple of chances here, but not really able to deliver on either one. Bracero for Gold Star, trying to work it out to the wing here. Ball played in. Could be 2. It's played off the line.
Excellent save, Pondy.
Jack Pondy just got a piece of it. A ball quickly deflected off of a cross. Ball cleared off the line. And the Clovers are in transition, trying to create. Cal Green with his first touches of the game. And he slips down on that slippery turf. Cal Green, 17 years old.
I remember I could move that way when I was 17. He's playing with speed right now.
Well, we all could, buddy. Villafrad tries to take it himself. He's got Pomazov calling for it. Now he has got to get back on defense. Is Gat, his fellow defender, working his way up. All the way back to Jack Pondy, who gets it out to Villafrad. Joshua Pomazov gets his first touches of the game. Really creative, technical player. Gets dispossessed there by Dallo. Back to right. You're seeing a lot of defenders on both sides that can really work their way up the wings, almost like a wing back.
Yeah, Gold Star's been doing that a lot in this game. They're really pushing their outside backs almost as wingers. And that has troubled the Clovers a little bit. And that's ultimately what led to the open man in the back door for the Gold Star's first goal.
It really did. Yeah, able to streak down there, get that cross in, and ultimately get a deflection that led to really a tap in for Jokic. Jokic just coming off here, mere 5 minutes ago. 66 minute. Clovers 0, Gold Star Detroit 1. Streaming live right here on 11 Sports. NISA match of the week. Deep ball played in.
Looks on.
Hunt trying to track. Excellent tackle.
Well in there. Clovers are starting to look a little bit disorganized at this point in the game.
Yeah,
No doubt.
And you
due to
can see
tired legs.
Tired legs indeed, but I mean, you can look down and you can see the coaching staff. You can see David Proctor and Paul McGlynn shouting out instructions. I mean, I'd love to know what the message was at halftime.
But our Clovers still playing with a lot of resolve, a lot of resilience here.
You really have to. You don't have any other choice. You get a soldier on and you got to play to the whistle. You got to play 90 minutes. Rugabo going to take a shot just a little bit wide, but forced Jack Ponte to go to ground. Gold Star's not giving up. They want more. Clovers are going to need to find that third gear, that extra gear, to create a chance to get back into this match. Still plenty of time. Nearly 25 minutes to play here. Second half. I mean, and you've experienced this as a player, Mike. I mean, 3 games in 10 days, 3 matches. That's a lot.
It's unheard of. It will wear you down because playing in game atmosphere like this, no matter the weather, whether it's beating down sun, beating down rain, it takes a lot out of you. And when you're trying to put your best 11 on the field, it certainly makes it tough, especially when you want to stay competitive in every game that you play.
Yeah, you just kind of have to find a way to keep your head and your composure and just kind of soldier on with the match. There is never a perfect playing scenario. There just isn't.
Yeah, absolutely, Kyle. You're spot on there. And that's what makes these guys professionals.
Martinez over to Green.
They're giving everything that they can in this match and the match earlier this week, the match last week. Nobody is giving up out here. Everyone's still running 100% as best as they can. And that's what you want to see most of all.
Yeah. The no quit. The absolute no quit. Shandon Wright plays it in. Right into the hands of the Detroit defenders. Played all the way back to Barnes. Cal Green really trying to make it difficult, and that is a very fast young man. Streaking in. Almost had a nice little deflection there.
He is. Here's some of that Clovers press again, and they're making things interesting for Gold Star Detroit.
Plenty of time to get back into this. Not only get the draw, but try to go for the 3 points.
Absolutely. Force the long ball, collected well by the Clovers there in the midfield.
Gold Star's still going with that long ball. I thought they were trying to get away from that just a little bit. Alex Arides gives chase. Gathered up by Barnes.
Interesting play there. Looked like there might have been a touch from the defender, which could have been misconstrued as a pass back to the goalkeeper, but it doesn't look like anyone's worried about that right now.
No, there really wasn't enough to warrant any concern on that part. At least not from my vantage point.
As a former goalkeeper, I pay attention to interesting things like that.
Well, I see it too as another former goalkeeper. I get it. I just didn't see anything really there. Gold Star streaking down the wing, trying to create another chance here. Hargreaves able to get it up. He's going to have to try to hurry and get it out. And it's out. And it looks like it's a foul for the Clovers. Aaron Martinez goes to ground.
It was a dangerous play in by Gold Star Detroit. Clovers' defense kept very good composure there.
The defense has continued to show the resolve even after that first goal. Theofrad looks to take. Throw right here in midfield.
Clovers have had a little less rotation out of that midfield three, with Hargreaves looking to be sitting back as that number 10 right now.
Yeah, he's had to sit back a little bit more.
Oh, pardon me, more of a number 6.
More of a, yeah, I was about to say, yeah, he's I don't see him at a number 6. He is a holding midfielder. He's really employing the role you see from Mason Moyers, who's been kind of your prototypical number 6 defensive midfielder. Green trying to settle. It's another throw. Martinez. 2 men on him, and that's another foul. As Martinez is taken down from behind.
So I would have liked to have seen a switch of the field here. He had some open defender going down this left side of the field, our near side here, but he was able to make a move, get through the defense, and that's what led to the foul that brought him down. Very good awareness.
It was, and he really was sort of double-teamed in that situation right there. He had 2 defenders on him. Still did enough to draw the foul.
Another one of those dangerous free kicks we were talking about at halftime.
And crisscrossed over, Hargreaves in. It's deflected out wide. Didn't really even get close to the goal mouth on that one. And it'll go out for a Detroit throw. Gold Star Detroit. Deep through ball in. Absolutely skied. Viafrad brings it down. Cal Green. Yasha Pomazov just not quite able to wrangle it. It's going to go out for another throw. 73rd minute here. First City supporters still banging the drum for the Clovers, trying to will them back into this match. Second match of the season. Only match on the NISA schedule for this Saturday. Pomazov looking for the turnover, and he gets it. Quickly done. If Green can get to it, might have a little 1-2. Pomazov on a really great tackle, actually. It's taken away by Kwambena Boateng.
Excellent defending by Boateng there. If he wasn't sure with that tackle, Clovers would have been in.
Big-time infusion of speed and youth out there with the bringing on of Green. As Pomazov looks to have a go. Hooks it well wide. Wynn got a piece of that big time.
Any other game, that would have been a goal kick.
I was about to say, any other game, that is a goal kick. That he whipped that in. The Wynn got it. And went far enough and stayed in play to roll out for a quick throw. Lobsiger to take the throw for Gold Star. Clovers are going to need to be careful in the midfield here. Ball played in. Flag stays down. Pondy's going to have to come up. He gets a piece of it with his shoulder. Managed to head it away. Number 69, Joshua Gatt, given pressure. Good work by Jack Pondy to just force it out of play. And we have a Clover who goes to ground here.
Once again, excellent goalkeeping by Jack Pondy. Not an easy ball to deal with. Bouncing high, coming in through. Attacker coming in right at him. He's able to get big.
Yeah, he's just a fantastic goalkeeper. He's shown his desire to go out, risk getting off his line to make those particularly difficult saves. That's not an easy save to make. You come out and you're just hoping you can get your body on it. He gets his shoulder on it, but there's too much pressure. He's able to head it out. And just trying to give the Clovers a little bit of breathing room. Ball goes out of play. And you figure with the conditions like this is a game where you expect a ton of throw-ins on either side. Dan Wright. Alex Arides sneaking in there, looking for quick ball in transition. Comes to naught. Whipped in from the wing. Rosero looking, trying to create a chance outside of the 18. quick shot, and it is over.
See,
Derek Ramirez tried to have a go. That might have been his first touch of the match. He was subbed on for Vlad Jokic, the goal scorer.
Say fans calling for a goal or a field goal there as the ball goes to the uprights on this multi-use field.
And that's just it. As you can see, when you play in a multi-purpose facility like this, beautiful facility, it's for everything. So we do have American football goalpost, as you can see.
Unfortunately, you don't get 3 points for putting a ball through.
No, you do not. Free kick taken quickly. Far too deep. Jack Pondy retrieves it. Boots it away. Still tough, difficult to get anything on it, even with his strong right leg. Booms over to midfield. May have a little something here. Interesting ball actually to Arides. If Sanchez was just able to get there, but he ran out of room.
Barnes with a bit of a miscue there.
Yeah, that was just it. That was not a well-played clearance. Gold Star manages to get it back. Shandon Wright playing deep. Jack Pondy plays it well with his feet. He's able to retrieve it. Hargreaves looking for Viafrad. Mateo trying to settle. Deflected off a Gat. Pomazov trying to get himself in the mix. Goes to ground. Gat takes over. Daniel Wright. Over to Junior Rosero. Drops it back in. Rosero calling for it back. Alex Dalu. Did not see his forward making his break. Clovers take it over to midfield. Cal Green trying to work it down the line to Alex Arides. Green streaking in. Stays on side, but good quick defending by Gold Star to send it out of play.
Clovers with a little pep in their step going forward at this point. They're really pressing right now. It's working out some good balls up into the attacking area.
They haven't really led to any chances thus far, but you do see the infusion of youth and speed, like I said, with Pomazov and Cal Green. Very fast players. There's 16 Green and number 10 Pomazov. Green to take the throw here. Deep in Gold Star territory. Clovers looking for a little life here in the 79th minute. Throw is quickly taken. And gathered by Gold Star as they mount a counterattack.
Interesting play on that throw in. Green was trying to take a long
about to say,
throw.
and deep ball here for Josh Gatt. Streaking down, managed to stay on sides. And there's calls for handball as a quick shot was taken, but there was a deflection. Looks like Shandon Wright had the deflection.
Yeah, he was able to turn his shoulder.
Yeah, that was I did not see. If I'm looking back on this here on the monitor here, that clearly was nothing more than a deflection. Excellent defending, but it leads to another Gold Star corner here as they're threatening for a second here in the 80th minute. It's taken, not a great ball. Gatt not able to get to it. Clovers trying to settle and get it out of their end. Ball's whipped in. Viafrad, deflected. Pondy punches out. Only gets as far as right for Gold Star. Takes it back over.
Pondy once again using his size to clean up anything in the box. Just gets a nice, healthy punch on that ball.
Yeah, and he makes the safe play, decides to go with the punch. You got several options there. Do you want to go ahead and stop the momentum, or do you want to get your guys up the field and ultimately try to create something in the midfield? I think he really just didn't want to slow the tempo as we are getting to the final 10 minutes of this match. Clovers with a couple of big chances in the first half. Led to one big save by Barnes. It's another free kick taken for Gold Star. Headed away.
It was like offsides on that play.
So, yeah, I do. Yeah, I think Rosero was just a little bit offsides on that play, maybe a step or two. Assistant referee confirms that.
Yep. Pretty good high line there by the Clovers defense.
Everybody packed in the midfield right now. Deflected off Arides. And it looks like we have a Gold Star player down. Clash of heads, you think?
Yeah, not sure if that's a clash of heads or if he came down awkwardly on an ankle there. I kind of heard a little bit of a yell up here in the box from there, but looks like he's getting up. Good for him.
I was about to say, no major injury. Never want to see that. That's Cameron Schneider, defender, captain, number 19. Went down in a heap, but he's back at it. It's Joshua Gatt. Back to Dan Wright.
Fans are still in this one as well, cheering, "Let's go Clovers."
It is a chilly, cold, rainy one, but they're willing their Clovers on to try to get that equalizer here. Still time, but the Clovers really need to strike quickly. There hasn't been a lot of stoppage in play, so I can't imagine there'll be much stoppage time given by tonight's referee. Cal Green in the midfield. Hargreaves. Back to Ford Hunt. Whips it out wide. Looking for Martinez.
Some extracurriculars.
Yeah, you got some tired players out there, a little bit of pushing and shoving. Both sides are going to need to keep their heads or they're going to be shown the book. Did you see the contact, Mike?
Yeah, it looks like there was a push there after they're just trying to get the ball after the foul. Hearing some fans clamor for a red card here. I don't know if that's in the
No, that's not a red. It's borderline a yellow card. It's certainly going to be, and it looks like there is a name that's going to go into the book.
Yep.
Looks like Ford Detroit. Clovers may look to make a couple other substitutions. I see number 24, Alex Woods, and number 26, Sonny Quintanilla, getting ready on the sidelines. As Hargreaves will look to take this free kick.
Another one of these balls out at the 30. This has been dangerous all game for the Clovers. They need to take advantage of this.
Chances have been few and far between for the Clovers over the last 20 minutes here, despite a number of free kicks. Love to try to get a ball in deep. Hargreaves whips it in, low ball. Villafrod needs to keep his position if he doesn't want to lose it. Martinez back. The yellow card goes to number 22, Dakota Lobsiger, in the 83rd minute. That's Dakota Lobsiger, number 22.
Clover substitutions.
Yeah, it looks like the aforementioned players are getting ready to come on there. Alex Woods, number 24. Made his professional debut at Charleston Battery in the Open Cup. Part of the local Savannah United youth system.
It's great to see Savannah locals jumping into this
It is.
professional soccer team.
You really do. You get a handful of local players. Sonny Quintanilla, also local, coming on for Theo Wickman, who put in another great shift at defense. Cal Green trying to see if he can take a shot. It's whipped in. If Woods can come on, and Woods, his first touch of the match, almost tries to create something, but it's into the side netting.
Getting right into the action from the start. It's great seeing him getting up the field quick and getting a shot towards the goal. Unfortunately, just a hair out of bounds.
Andy Sanchez came off as well in that switch, being replaced by Alex Woods. Quintanilla forced into action. Back there at that right back position, replaces Theo Wichman. Ball deflected in. And it goes out of play for a goal kick.
So Gold Star thinking there's a deflection there. But,
they're clamoring for another corner, and thank goodness that's not the case. They've created some dangerous chances off of corners.
So another yellow card for dissent there.
About to say, as tempers are running a little bit high right now. Looks like that went to number 10, Roddy Green. Yasha Pomazov, if he can keep it in play. That was very close, but it's going to go out of play.
Unfortunate call there. A lot of folks thought that might have stayed in, but unfortunately the linesman has a much better view of it than anyone else.
Yeah, it was very close. It definitely touched the line. Did it go all the way over? I'm not entirely sure. Looks like we have another substitution as Hunter Gibbons, number 5, is going to come on and replace number 21, Alex Dallow. So thus far, both sides have made their final substitutions. As Clovers look to make one final push here in the dying minutes here. 5 minutes remaining, likely with including probably some stoppage time here. We're in the 87th minute now. I don't imagine we'll have any more than a couple of minutes of stoppage time in this one.
Yeah, game's been moving along pretty well here. Only stoppages have been quick substitutions, man down here or there, but nothing too long.
Yeah, they really haven't. Fans, players, and staff alike have had to weather the elements out here. Sonny Quintanilla back together. Quintanilla up the wing, looking for Cal Green. Nice little deflection there. Arides trying to get some piece. No, he doesn't even get close. Cal Green comes crashing in there.
Somehow got all ball there.
I don't know how. He's got incredible pace. Still have looks like Leonel Palma is still down. The flag stays down. Rosero trying to make it 2. Pondy gathers it up. Ford Hunt back over to Quintanilla. Arides looking for Martinez. It's deflected. Arides over to Hargreaves. Villafrad wide open. He's going to be looking for Pomazov, the speedy Russian winger. Ball's played in. A little bit too much pace on it. I like the idea. Goal kick. 89th minute here. Clovers running out of time to equalize. 2 expansion teams facing off each other for the very first time in NISA play.
Certainly been a battle here tonight.
Yeah, it really has. I thought the Clovers showed a lot of resolve in the first half. Gold Star has been the better side here in the second, obviously leading to that second goal from Vlad Jokic. Villafrad struggles to deal with that. Ball played back, and it's out of play. Daniel Wright to take the throw. Look for one last go here for Gold Star. The Clovers would love to get something in transition. To score one here in the dying seconds. Out of play. Clovers looking to take the throw quickly. It's actually a throw to Detroit. And there will be 4 added minutes of time. Little surprising there. That's 4 minutes announced. Ball goes out of play. Via fraud. Sipping of that ball after the quick foul. Hargreaves. Trying to get around Gibbons. Excuse me. Ford Hunt. Over to Quintanilla.
Clovers really stepping up now.
They have to.
Pushing more forward.
Absolutely. You only Shandon Wright back, along with Jack Pondy.
Yeah, it's go time. Do or die now.
Absolutely. As we count down here into the first minute of stoppage time here. Martinez drops back to Hargreaves.
Still keeping excellent possession for the Clovers. This is what they need to build.
And all press up. Sonny Quintanilla trying to whip in across. Cal Green looking to gather. Alex Woods. Wrestles with Lobsiger, and it goes out of play.
Cal Green once again being a target man.
Yeah, he can play in a defensive role, or he can go all the way up as an attacking midfielder. Clovers just trying to work any kind of deep ball, any kind of cross to work in a header of some kind. They've really struggled trying to get a direct shot in the middle of the field. Arides. Ball is skied. Looks ticketed for out of play. Throw in taken. Pomazov. Hargreaves. Looking to play a through ball. Smothered by the defensive back line of Gold Star. Shandon Wright.
Boateng once again cleaning up.
Cleaning up. Might have a chance here. Arides is going to have a go. It's whipped in deep, and that was... It kind of falls in between whether that was a cross or a shot. Might have been a little bit of both. Wynn getting a piece of that as it kind of twirled that far right upper 90 corner, but it stays in play. Smothered by Barnes.
Looked a little promising from the start, and then you're hoping it was going to be a cross, but...
Well, he didn't have anybody else in the box.
Yeah, he was just doing everything he could on that one.
That was just it, and really, he probably didn't get the best of touch on it. You have to go for goal in the dying minutes of a game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything at this point. Fourth official looking at his watch. Time is checked. Another throw. Gat.
Got to be one of the last chances here for the Clovers, keeping this possession and pushing forward.
Quintanilla pushes up, looking for his man Alex Woods, and it's played out for another throw. Green.
Once again on the end of the
Quick
box.
header right there. We might have a little bit of a chance in the box. Alex Woods tries to get a piece of it. Just simply could not get his foot to the ball, and that's it. Full time at Memorial. Gold Star Detroit 1, Savannah Clovers 1. Good chances up and down the pitch, but ultimately Gold Star makes the trip from Metro Detroit and walks away with 3 points.
Really tough result in a really tough game with some not so good weather.
Yeah, it's really difficult in the elements like this. The Clovers showed a lot of poise and resolve. Gold Star, the better team in the second half. Ultimately, that's why they're walking away with the 3 points. And this ended up being a difficult result, but something a young squad like this can really build on. I like the infusion of speed in the second half with a lot of our substitutions. And ultimately, this is going to lead to better things. And hopefully we'll be able to take 3 points as we head on the road here.
Right you are, Kyle. That was definitely some good adjustments made after the goal was scored. Coach Proctor was able to get some fresh legs on, get that youth in, get that speed in, and we definitely made some more chances getting forward into the box, especially in the last 5 minutes there pushing.
You really did. And first off, I just want to say thanks for joining me tonight, Mike. It's been great having you in the booth tonight. You're a wealth of knowledge, and it's been a lot of fun. I hope we get to do this a lot more this season.
Kyle, it's an absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me. Looking forward. Let's go Clovers.
That's right. All right, plenty more matches to come. And the Clovers, we want to look at our upcoming matches here before we take a quick commercial break here. The next upcoming 3 matches are as follows. The Clovers will be on the road the next 2 weeks. Next week, they'll be taking on Club De Leon down in Daytona on the 14th. The 22nd, they will actually have an off day. They'll be off that weekend for coming back home, taking on, you guessed it, Gold Star FC once again on the 29th. Go to Savannah Clovers for tickets and any information. We're going to head down to the field for our post-match interview, and I'll close it out for the evening here. You've been listening to Savannah Clovers Match of the Week right here on NISA. Match of the Week on 11 Sports. Final score, Gold Star Detroit, Savannah Clovers 0. We'll be right back. Yeah, you got some tired players out there, a little bit of pushing and shoving. Both sides are going to need to keep their heads, or they're going to be shown the book. Did you see the contact, Mike?
Yeah, it looks like there was a push there after they're just trying to get the ball after the foul. Hearing some fans clamor for a red card here. I don't know if that's in the
No,
cards.
that's not a red. It's borderline a yellow card. It's certainly going to be, and it looks like there's a name that's going to go into the book. Looks like for Detroit. Substitutions to see what 24 hours fields getting ready on the sidelines. It's Hargreaves will look to take this free kick.
Clovers sees balls out there. It's all here for the Clovers.
Here at Memorial with starting goalkeeper Jack Pondy. Jack, tough one tonight. Really tough opposition. You were able to make some really great saves. Walk us through the performance tonight.
It was just a grimy match, honestly. The wind, the weather was terrible, so we just
Yeah, and I really think they're going to be able to respond. I mean, what do you think the response is going to be like in training? And, of course, you got your first road match coming up this weekend.
we're going to we're Warriors. We're going to get here, get better, we're going to come back strong.
That's right. Jack Pondy, starting goalkeeper for your Savannah Clovers. Tough result, but we'll get back at it next week. Thanks for your time, Jack.
Thank you.
Take care.
Substitutions.
Yeah, it looks like the aforementioned players are getting ready to come on there.